Evening all, how's it going? Today's hysterical BBC story is this cracker I just found. PJ Harvey essentially engaging in a bit of a Burkha tourism. Honestly, as someone who went to Afghanistan twice and actually bumped personally into some of those fucking blue ninjas that we used to occasionally see in the streets, it stuns me that these fucking activist famous dipshits like to talk about these things when they clearly know nothing about them. PJ Harvey, if anyone doesn't know, is a relatively shit pop star. Couple of minor hits, you know. But she recently went over there, found a music video, and she said wearing the veil was a freeing experience. Let's see what wisdom we can glean from this story then, eh? It says PJ Harvey has described wearing a veil while filming on location in Afghanistan as a freeing experience. I mean, seriously, I wonder if Joseph Fritzl's fucking family think that was a freeing experience. Or those two girls that fucking Raul Castro kept in his chain to a radiator in his cellar for 15 years. Was that a freeing experience? How the fuck does covering your entire body in a big burlap sack and only having your eyes visible to the rest of the world a freeing experience? Yeah, perhaps she's going to tell us. Let's read on. The UK singer's new film, A Dog Called Money, examines the making of her hit album, The Hope Demolition Project. It sees Harvey and director Seamus Murphy travelling to the Islamic Republic, as well as Kosovo and Washington DC. You know there was nothing about me that was PJ Harvey at all. I was just a woman's pair of eyes, she told BBC Radio 6. Wearing a veil as a woman, that was very interesting to me, she explained, because I hadn't really done it before. How it almost feels a little bit like a mask, and in doing so frees you, because nobody could see me or I was just looking out of a small area of my face, and it freed me to be utterly in the moment. Yeah, well, let me tell you how it works, PJ, you fucking lunatic. I think first of all I should start with a brief explanation of the different types of headscarf for those of you that haven't been forced to deploy to the Middle East or places like Afghanistan or Iraq as part of your gratuitously violent yet strangely compelling job. And where else would I go for this knowledge but Channel 4? You knew Channel 4 would be there to tell us why, didn't you? You knew that some of the commie broadcasters in England would be more than happy to educate us about the walking rape apology kits done by women in the Islamic world, usually not as a result of their own choice, I must add, because in some of these places, the reason they have to wear them is because if they go out and then get sexually assaulted, they don't want to have any of the blame held against the men. So they basically say, you wear this, and if you get gorilla fucked by a gang of strangers in an alley, well, it's your own fault if you don't put it on, because you drove those lusty men to do it by showing them your curvaceous ankles, you yo-yo knickered fucking Jezebel. Anyway, the eyes have it. Hijab is a general term for a modest dress code, right? I have to say, the really bad ones, I don't really have a problem with the hijab. I don't think it's very liberal for Europeans to be telling people what they can and can't wear. I would be okay with hijabs, khimas, and I mean possibly even, I don't think I'd ban the niqab. I don't think I would, because at the end of the day I think I want these women to come to their own conclusions. In a place like England you can make your own decisions. I want them to be educated enough to say we don't want to wear this stupid shit rather than the state enforce it. But that's by the by. The worst of them is the burqa, and the burqa is the one that's common in Afghanistan. They just have like a little net over the face, so we used to call them the blue ninjas because they're commonly blue. And they've just got like a fucking mosquito net over the front, so you can't even see the pupils. And the reason that's a thing in Afghanistan is because the Taliban are like the hardcore Islamic fucking fascists, and they said, oh yeah, well, you know, a woman's eyes can be seductive. like you know, you're going to see a woman in a niqab and go, oh, she's just got the sexiest eyes. I'm going to be forced to drag her up an alley and horse one into her against her will. Maybe they have an excuse if she had particularly nice eyelashes. I don't fucking know. But anyway, there's the different fucking headdresses. I love the way they say that these rules are open to a wide range of interpretations. Are they really? it seems to me that religious scholars and people actually know about this fucking subject are well aware that it's basically a rape apology kit, and the whole idea of it is associated with modesty, i.e. if you're not wearing it, you're not being modest, and therefore you are at least partially to blame if some bloke fucking donkeys one into you against your will. But anyway, so there we have them. The burqa is a big deal. It covers your whole fucking body, and when we hear people talking about veils in Afghanistan, that's the one they're on about. They're not just on about the hijab, where you can at least see their whole face. They're talking about cover them in a fucking burlap sack and make them go out walking. And this is the funniest part of it. Even though it's one of the hottest countries on earth, so you can't, like, you know, cool off a bit by removing a few items of clothing. You've got to keep the sack over your head. Don't think I'm being politically incorrect to suggest that perhaps it's not very comfortable and maybe some of those women might, you know, wish to take them off. There's also this look. Countries where the burqa is banned. It's banned in 15 countries, and several of them are Islamic countries. Morocco springs to mind, the Republic of the Congo, Gabon. There's other places, Tajikistan. There's several places where it's banned because even there they can see that it's overbearing. And in Iran, that's how the women used to dress in Iran before the Ayatollah came up in 1979. It was imposed on them. I was born that year, so I don't remember any of it, but I remember seeing in the 80s on the news that there was like a lot of hubbub about it at the time. The women in Iran did not want to wear this shit. They were forced into it, and millions of them marched. There's a famous picture, 100,000 Iranian women protesting. Because the poor bastards in 1978 used to dress like that, wander around however they wanted, and then theocrats rose to power. And now look at them. Don't tell me they want to walk around looking like that on a sunny day. The sun's out. Come on girls, let's go and get a milkshake and feel the sun on our black sacks. Don't tell me they want to do that. I don't understand how it's not seen as a liberal position to be annoyed that women get forced to wear fucking veils and robes against their will. I don't see how that makes you. The world has gone truly mad when it's a right-wing position to say I don't think women should be forced to wear daft shit they don't want to wear. Daft shit that they aggressively protested, thousands of them on the streets, because they didn't want to change the dress code. How does that make me the fucking right-wing fanatic? I really don't understand it. I don't understand how it's a liberal position. A liberal position to side with the most conservative people on planet fucking Earth. Explain that to me. So back to the BBC's state-run Islamic propaganda. Speaking of broadcaster and writer Miranda Sawyer on her music show, Sound and Vision, Harvey said her favourite piece of filming involved her walking anonymously through the streets of Afghanistan wearing the traditional Muslim headscarf. I just remember it so well, that extraordinary feeling of newness. I'd never been here before, and also it took away everything I'd formed of myself, if that makes sense, because I was in a situation I'd never been in and completely covered. A lot of the time I was mistaken for an Afghan. So glowing fucking reviews of the burqa from a lefty activist twat from the first world who knows nothing about anything but is more than happy to stick a fucking oar in. Well, anyway, the short version, PJ, is it's the exact opposite of a freeing experience when millions of women are forced to wear them against their will. And it's all well and good for you going over there for a week and being like, oh yeah, I had a marvellous time in my fucking burqa. It's a different kettle of fish when you're forced to wear the fucking thing and you can't just saunter over at the airport and then get a first class flight somewhere nice and then sit and drink your lattes in Starbucks in fucking Los Angeles or wherever the fuck she lives and tell everyone how wonderful and marvellous it was to walk around with a fucking big black sack over your head. So what's left to say really? PJ, take your head for a shit. That's it.